I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my story and to express my heartfelt gratitude to Sami and her team for the happiness and love that I have today. I just got engaged and my fiance and I just got back from Italy to celebrate our engagement. And so a little bit of our story. On the day of our engagement, my fiance told me that we were going to a picnic at a park that we often walk to with his friends, and he told me that this would be a dressy event, and so I did my hair and makeup and put on a pretty dress. And this park has the most magnificent view of the Washington DC monuments, which I love. And when we got there, he told me his friends were running late, and so we set up our blanket and our picnic, and I was admiring the view, and he turned to me and told me that he couldn't live without me and that the last year had been the happiest of his life. And he got down on one knee and asked me to marry him. And of course I said yes, and there was a photographer there capturing our special moment. And I now have this magnificent diamond to remind me of that day, and I will be shopping for my wedding dress next week. And so a little bit about how I found Sami. So I discovered Sami in March of 2020 at the beginning of lockdown, and I initially signed up for Leap into Love and quickly moved on to the Inner Circle. And I'm currently in my 4th round of the Inner Circle because I just want to continue learning. And thinking back to what prompted me to sign up for the Inner Circle was the realization that, to me, time was so much more valuable than money. In a way, I knew that eventually, the money that I invested in the programs would eventually find its way back to me, but that these years of my life would not. And so I wanted to make sure that I was living in the fullest way that I could. And now, thinking back to the investment I made, the happiness, the love, everything I have is worth so much more than the dollars that I invested into the program, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. And so if you're at the point where you're deciding, whether to do it, I encourage you to, if you feel the same way, because truly it will change your life, and it for sure has mine. I will be getting married in the spring, and I truly just couldn't be happier and more grateful.